Hello everybody and welcome to Chris's Comics Corner. Now if you remember a little while back we stopped doing this show. I stopped doing the show because I began recommendations to not do a show with numbering, that doing individual videos is a better idea. I tried that out for a little bit. Not a fan of it. I like doing this. Chris's Comics Corner was growing and I'm kind of regretting that we stopped doing it. So this is going to be episode 11. We're going legacy numbering, everybody. And this week, I want to talk about Geoff Johns and his new imprint at DC. So, Geoff Johns just had a big shakeup at DC. Everything's different. He's no longer in his original position, and he's going back to being a writer and a creator. And I love this. I never wanted Geoff Johns to leave this position. I thought he was much better as a writer and a creator. Now, he still will be involved with movies and TV in somewhat of a fashion. He's still helping write the Green Lantern Corps movie. He's still helping to write the Wonder Woman sequel and so on and so forth. So he will have his part in all that. But as part of this, he was given his own imprint at DC Comics. And that is awesome. Multiple things here. So I want to jump in and say, what do we want Geoff Johns to do now that he's back to writing? What do we think this imprint could be moving forward? And things like that. So, we'll start with question 2, actually. What is this imprint and why was it taken? So, Geoff Johns took this imprint and makes his own. He gets to write books again for DC. But he sent out a thing to a lot of retailers asking, what do you want me to do? Give me your most obscure characters and I want to write them. That's what I want to do. And that's what Geoff Johns kills it at. Nobody would care about Booster Gold right now if it wasn't for Geoff Johns' run. I'm telling you, everything that we have with the Flash right now is because of Geoff Johns' run. He recreated these characters and made them important. And made them way more interesting than they were. Now, Green Lantern, Flash, yes, we all loved those characters before Geoff Johns, but he really invigorated them. Booster Gold, I'm sorry, few and far between really cared about that character, and then Geoff Johns came about, made him awesome. So, what do I want Geoff Johns to do? Well, I've got a couple for you. First, I'm going to go left. I really hope that Geoff Johns takes this time to do something creator-owned. And I don't necessarily mean do something outside the DC universe that's creator-owned, although that would be cool too. I would just like to see him create something new. Geoff Johns has always done Big 2 characters. To my knowledge, he's never done a creator-owned book. And although he does an amazing job at it and I want to read more of that, I would love to see him take a crack at his own story, his own character, in his own universe. He's a great writer. He knows how to build character. He knows how to build universes. Why not give it a shot on your own? I really think this is a cool idea for him. I think it's something that could really change the landscape for him, bringing new people to his work. Even though he is one of the biggest comic creators in the industry, I still just would really love to see what Geoff Johns' indie comic is. And I use indie in quotes, but creator-owned comic. Does he do his own superhero comic? Does he have a crime noir story he really wants to tell? Does he have a space fantasy story that he wants to tell? I don't know, but I want to read it. I love when creators do Big 2 characters. That's why we're all here. But I also love it when creators take it upon themselves and create their own characters and their own universes and do creator-owned comic books. That's one of the things that makes comics so amazing, is that we can have both. After that, I like the idea of him taking very obscure characters and reimagining them. Now, DC is not my forte, but I'm sure there's plenty of characters there that he has in mind or he has on a list that 2, 3, 10 years from now, we're all going to be going nuts about. Because Geoff Johns reinvented them. So I really hope that he gets that too. And then, outside of the line, I hope he goes back to mainstream characters too. I would love for Geoff Johns to jump back onto Batman or Superman. or Flash or any of these characters. I would love to see him impact the DC universe again like he did so long ago. And technically currently is with Doomsday Clock. I would love to see him do event books. I just think this is where he thrives. This is what he's best at and what he should be doing. So those are my thoughts on what Geoff Johns needs to do now that he's back to writing comics. I love it. It's exciting. I can't wait to put the first Geoff Johns comic book on my pull list. What do you guys think? Tell me down below. Are there characters I'm not thinking of because I'm not as big of a DC fan as most? Are there books that you think he should do? Am I crazy to want him to do some sort of creator-owned project? Tell me down below. And remember to give me a thumbs up down below. And if you're enjoying what we're doing here at Fortress Comic News, subscribe. Chris's Comics Corner is back. It'll be here every Saturday with a new episode about something important in the comic book industry this week. So I hope you all enjoy. I hope you share with your friends. And I hope you continue to watch. I appreciate all of you. But I want you to remember, as always here at the Fortress Comic News, to keep on reading those comics.